Lynn Mimi Strobel, and I'm back on Enigmatica 2 on the FGG server. And I've got a little Macklemore because I got a bunch of crystals that are tier 3. So I upgraded my Void Ore Mine to tier 3, which is quite big, and it's actually coming in, well, against the ceiling, and I didn't like that. The solar panels also tier 3, but the solar array is tier 3, but the panels inside are tier 4 because I got a lot of palladium from the blue lens. And for the tier 3 I actually used some of the transparent or clear structure panels. So that was nice. And as you can see, I've got quite a bit of resources coming in. Probably, yeah, all of these drawers now have upgrades, so they can hold a lot more material. And as I mentioned before, we're gonna do some new stuff here. So I made a new building and I went for the Trotton bricks chisel. Slightly different window design, more factory style. This is where we're gonna start Mechanism. Looking at the quest book, I have started a chapter by, well, I've completed this by having iron, osmium and redstone. And we can't do this one yet because we need some machines. Now most of the machines here require steel except for the metallurgic infuser, which is good because we can use the metallurgic infuser to make steel. So we want osmium, iron, redstone. And let's add cobblestone. Got that. Two furnaces. Oh, I had grabbed tin, not osmium. They look alike. They do look alike. Okay. So, metallurgic infuser. There we go. First one done. And let's put that down, set you to output. And let's just put you down here for now. Okay, this has a lot of recipes. Very advanced, okay, to hold Helmfeld. Mostly we're going to be using this to make alloys and steel. But yeah, so the atomic alloy, reinforced enriched alloy, all of that we're gonna make here, and the basic processors. And what we first need is some coal, if we still have any. Not a lot. Let's grab some from here and break that apart. That should give us plenty. Okay, and we're gonna start by, let's throw in half a stack of coal, and let's throw in 16 iron. Now the first iron you drop in, it's gonna make enriched iron from adding carbon to it, and it's gonna take 10 carbon. Now every coal I put in here is gonna be 10 carbon. If the next machine we're gonna make is the enrichment chamber, and if we use coal in the enrichment chamber, we get, let's see where it is, we get compressed carbon. This counts as 80 instead of 10. And we can do the same with recipes that require redstone or diamond, whatnot. By the way, I've changed the sound configuration for Mechanism because by default the machines are so incredibly loud. And I know I can make muffler upgrades. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. Muffler upgrades. But for now I went with a sound volume of 0.3 instead of 1. And this is 0.3. It's already quite loud. Anyway, I got 16 enriched and 160 carbon left, so we put it in there again, and it's gonna add more carbon to the enriched iron, and that should give us a steel blend. While we're waiting for this, I can sort of show you, I can show you a bit of the UI of Mechanism in case you're not aware. Now, this is not for all of the machines, but I'd say like 50-50, right? So if you look at the pure, or the factory, let's not do the factories, but enrichment chamber uses, don't think this has the UI, osmium compressor, doesn't, don't think it has the UI. Well, this one you can select the configuration. In this case, the left side is the input slot, the right side is the output slot. Infuse is the purple slot, is the bottom, and energy is in the back, although it'll probably accept energy from any side anyway. Infusion slot being here where we put the coal. Then the transporter config, I couldn't find any information about what it does, but I know that, you know, if you have input on the left, you can tell that input, dark red, is on the left, and output is in blue. What it does, I don't know. I really don't know. Um, anyway, let's see what else we need. We need two basic control circuits, so we need osmium and a redstone, which we have as well. So let's make 8 steel for now. Oh, I can't because I put the carbon in here. Never mind. And that's gonna make the second batch of 8. The first 8 have already been cooked into steel. And yeah, I could have clicked the dump button to get rid of the carbon, but that's a waste, right? We don't want to do that. So now we can put in the redstone, 20, to osmium, make some more of those. And I've got this one. What else do we need? Oh, we need a steel casing. So we need some glass. Let's see, maybe a quest, who knows? I'm gonna make, oh, I can only make this, I don't have more. Okay, now we have the basic processors. Let's see if it's a quest. Oh, it's not. Okay. It's not a quest. No, what am I doing? Enrichment chamber. Here we go. So now, I'm just going to place it here for now. This also has the same configuration options. So, if I take 4 coal in here, and yeah, remember I did 32 coal for 16 iron. Now I'm going to do 4 coal for 16 iron. And sure, we have plenty of coal. Well, I've got plenty of coal and plenty of redstone and whatever, but you know, if you look at the recipes, at some point you're gonna do obsidian, and so right here, obsidian powder, crushed diamonds, refined obsidian dust. So of course you want to make the compressed obsidian, which is 8 times as much. Anything else? By no. But yeah, it's just I don't want to waste it. Also, at some point, I guess we're gonna have probably about 4 metallurgic infusers, and we're gonna have pipes coming out of the enrichment chamber, so we can automatically make carbon and diamond and whatnot and put it into the metallurgic infusers. Put in the other coal here, and we'll just pick a bunch more of the steel. Not quite sure what the quest book wants me, well, besides for this one. I'm trying to see where I want to go, whether that's actually here in the chapter or not. Yeah, I might cross over. I know I want some of these, so I need the ultimate ones. Let's have a look at, for example, the chemical infuser. That's just the green one. Chemical. There's a lot of chemical stuff here. Oxidizer, just the green and red one. Easy enough. Tanks. Oh, personal chest. Green one. Basic gas tank. Easy. I mean, the recipes are not that hard, really. Most of them are quite easy. This one, I will need this. I will need the elite and reinforced alloy. Okay, so yeah, that's a bit of work. That is, I mean, again, not hard. I just need to make the advanced control circuit. So we've had to make the basic control circuit, right? And we're gonna make alloys, which is again redstone, but now with iron instead of osmium. And then we have the advanced control circuit. We can make crushed diamond with the enriched alloy to make reinforced alloy, and then we combine that with the advanced control circuit to make elite control circuits. And you can go one step further with refined obsidian to make atomic alloys. And let's see, should be one here for ultimate control circuits. Refined obsidian, actually not that hard. It is diamond with crushed obsidian. Now the only problem is we don't have a way for getting crushed obsidian yet. Oh, we do. We have an enrichment chamber. Nice, huh? Let's see. Oh, you're done as well. Just gotta put a bunch in here until we have machines to do this. So for now, I'm just gonna make a whole bunch of these alloys and add mechanism controllers, control circuits. I'll make a bunch of these so that we can start preparing for the real work. So I spent quite a bit of time working on all of these because, well, the reinforced alloy uses enriched alloy. The atomic alloy uses reinforced alloy. The advanced control circuit uses basic control circuit and enriched alloy. The elite control circuit uses reinforced alloy and advanced. And finally, the ultimate one uses elite control circuits and atomic alloy. And the questbook wanted me to have 16 of all of these. So yeah, I've actually claimed them because most of them, apart from this one, just gave me more of the parts. Now, I've set up a an area for my ore processing, and everywhere there's cobblestone is where there will be a block of a machine of mechanism, and here's where the pipes or the power cables will be running. So what we want to do, I forgot to add that, is if you look at the different cables, so let's say the basic cables initial tier, they have 5 different cables. They've got the universal cable, which is for power, as you can see, it transfers RF EU joules. There's the mechanical pipe that does fluids, the pressurized pipe which does gases, the logistical pipe does items and blocks, and then the thermodynamic for heat, which we won't be using. And each of these can be upgraded to advanced, to elite, and to ultimate. So at some point we'll do that, and it's actually quite simple. You can either take 8 basic with an enriched alloy to get 8 advanced, or if you've already placed them in the world, you right click them with an enriched alloy and 8 of them will turn into advanced. And advanced can connect to basic, etc., which is quite nice. But for now I'm going to just go with the basic ones. I'm going to make some basic universal cable, some basic mechanic pipe, pressurized tube, and logistic transporters. The names are quite annoying. And then I'm also going to make another enrichment chamber and an energized smelter. This is some basic control circuits, casing, blah blah. Easy enough, and I have two casings in here and the other parts as well that I need. And one more thing you can't do without in Mekanism is the configurator. So we'll make an energy tablet and then we'll make a configurator. It's like the wrench for many other packs. Now I made oh look, all of the quests done. I made a bunch of these cables because I'm gonna have power running underneath here eventually for all of the machines that are gonna be set up here. And if you want to know what I'm setting up here, I could actually show you because I've done it on my test world, but I won't just yet. Wow, I just thought it made 4 sets of them, and apparently that was enough. I'm going to butcher you. We're now at, by the way, at 8 million because I made a bunch more of these cells. And for now, you just kind of sit there and power everything I need. The configurator has a bunch of modes, and it's a bit hard to tell, but if I shift scroll, you can see rotate, wrench, configuration items, configuration fluid, gases, energy, and heat, and empty, rotate, wrench, etc. So if you want to configure the item side on this one, or see it, you can actually see there's a little chest symbol here. This has no behavior for items. This is an input. And I'm pretty sure that this side is an output, the other ones are on. This one is an energy one. And luckily energy can go into all sides. Output and nothing. Input on the top. So, and let's see this machine. I think this one can also have gases. So if I go to the gases configuration, which is kind of hard to see, I should. No, I can't. Okay, so gases are not configurable. Let's go back to items. I can shift right click and change it. Normally. Am I not in items? I am in items. I know maybe. This might be the thing. Let's see. It needs to be charged. Yes, it needs to be charged. Okay. So now it's in energy, and now it's for infuse, which is the additional fields. And you can configure all of the sides for some of the machines, at least with this. I also realized I was only showing you these two last time. Upgrades, really useful. This one supports speed, energy, and muffling. And of course, we definitely want to go into energy once. You can lock it. And this is one is public, so basically everybody who comes here could use this. I wouldn't mind so much yet. For these machines here, I will be locking them just because if somebody messes it up, even by mistake, I'm not saying intentional because we haven't had any issues on the server here. Everybody's been really nice, but if somebody accidentally messes up my setup here, it's going to be a real pain to get it back the way it's supposed to work. So I will set them up to be private. And you can have machines controlled by redstone, like almost all mods do, by the way. So, and oh yeah, this is just the energy it's using. 20 hour of a tick. You can click this to get different units if you want. But yeah, RF is basically what we all go with. Now, I need to open a file, which you can't see, but I can. And I need to open, see, yes, my my layout of this setup. So the first machine I'm going to place is my smelter, and I think I placed it, let's see, yeah, I needed to make sure I place it the right way, like so. And so let's see, I'm going to have input coming in from the back, which is there. So I don't care about the energy slots really, it's going to be take energy anywhere, and I want output from the front, or to the front. So there's going to be a chest here, and there's going to be a basic logistical pipe here. And you can see it connects. It won't connect here, right? Because this is not configured for items, which is kind of cool. Now, I will get a chest here. I will actually get 2 chests, but that's fine. Another thing you can do is if you shift right click the pipe, you can change this item, this end. Now it's pushing into the machine. But actually I want it to be outputting here, so I want it pulling. And similarly, I want this, to be eject. And I want transporter. I don't think I need to mess with the transporter. And so this is pulling, and this is auto eject. And that gives you the best performance on these pipes. And then there's going to be another one here. That's got to be pushing. So, and that is coming from the enrichment chamber, which is going to be placed and it won't connect yet, so we have to make this a input. No, we make it an output, and we make this a pull. We can actually change all of the sides. This one, and this should be input from the right hand side eventually. Okay, these machines are getting power from over there through the cables. And I forgot something. Although for this machine it's not a problem, but there is a thing. And I actually forgot something else here from my shulker box. Let's see, I want my chisel and I want the design as well. I think that's going to be easiest, and of course my bag. Mechanism, because you can use chisel and bits to make covers for these things. So I want to have a cover here, so I'm going to go for region is probably easiest, right here. And you can actually, if you go for the first 4 bits, like so, and then like so, and then 2, 3, 4, like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, like so, you have a hole. And you can actually connect these pipes. If I'm gonna borrow this one for now, it will connect through this chisel and bits as long as there's a hole, and it's only 4 wide from the side, so there's what, an 8 wide hole, and then it works. Now in this case the machine, yeah, the machine really covers the block all the way, so we don't need it, but I do want to have it in between where no machines are going to be placed. So this is going to be the output chest, which is a diamond chest, has some more slots, and input I will do later. For now I'm going to show you, because I need some silver ore. I'm going to throw my silver ore into the enrichment chamber, and I should also have charged my acceleration once. Let's see, should we, yeah, let's do this a bit. Here we got pulverized silver, and it's being sent to the smelter. Now I think I did 4 ores into the smelter, and yeah, they're quite loud. And all done? No, not done, just slow. Yeah, we have a few people on the server. See, just accelerating it a little bit for the last one. Should be done. Alright, so we got double our ingots right now. And that means I can now make my input chest, which will be a silver one. Oh, well, whatever. Just throw it there. It'll get picked up at some point. Right. So, I guess for now I could put it here, but I think I'm gonna get the next machine ready. The next step in ore processing uses the purification chamber, which is not that hard. It's an enrichment chamber that we've made once, twice before, with some osmium and control circuits and alloys. And it's been configured to input from the right and output from the left, with an additional one at the top. And the additional one being the extra field here. And in fact, it's going to show you here, it's extra. And it's going to need extra, it's going to be hydrogen. Now, hydrogen is a gas, but in this case, it is an item configuration slot, which is weird, but that's, I mean, you can put a gas tank in here with hydrogen as well. But for that purpose, I made an electrolytic separator. Now, this is one of the first machines that is somewhat different in that you can't configure the sites, which is pretty annoying, It's pretty annoying. You can't configure it. You have to look at the recipes, and in this case, we're going to get water, and it's going to create hydrogen and oxygen. And now I need to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. That it needs it needs oxygen, not hydrogen. Yes, so we're going to get oxygen from this side. So there, this is going to get oxygen, and this one will get hydrogen eventually. For now, I don't care about it, but we need to pump in the water, and the water is going to be pumped in from the top. Do we have to? Yeah, this is the fluids one, and we can pump it in from the top. We can also pump it in from the front. I don't think it matters much in this case, but the output is really specific. It's gonna get hydrogen on this side and oxygen on that side. So how you place it is important. Also the configurator I don't think is gonna do anything. Let's switch it to gases. There it is. Yeah. Nothing. No side configuration at all. Rather annoying. What's also annoying with a bunch of these machines is if you accidentally insert um, a liquid in here, it's in there and there's no easy way to get it out. This has an option to dump whatever's in here. This doesn't. And if I'm right, then I think there's a dropper that you can use. It's not that hard, it's just small Austrian glass, which you can then put here, and it's going to take it out, and you need to put that in a tank or something, or a pain. You really don't want to have accidentally have something put in here. This is going to be push, this is going to be pull, and yeah, for that it doesn't really matter which mode you've selected. How do we get water though? For that I want to make a separate a different thing from the sink. I don't think the sink is going to be enough. Now I made a crusher, which is fairly simple. Iron casing, which we actually got from a quest or from a loot, whatever, with some cobblestone, some coils, and rather simple. And I got graphite dust from grinding graphite, which you get from smelting coal, which is quite simple, or charcoal even. Let's see, because I want to make 4 of these plates, and I should now be able to make an infinite water source. I don't think the sink is going to be quick enough as a water source. So for now I'm using this, and we can upgrade this if we want to make an 8 times as fast water source, or to make a 64 times as fast water source. It's just going to cost a bunch of lead, tin and coal. Right there for now. It's already working. It's already getting water and it's creating hydrogen. And wait for it. Oh, it's fitting it here. Oxygen. Now, we really only want the oxygen, and I wish you weren't that loud. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Mechanism. Check client settings. Yeah. What was it? 0.2? 0.3? Okay. Well, Minecraft didn't quite like that, so I had to completely restart my client. But it's a lot quieter now, which is good. And now my oxygen has to go into the purification chamber, and we're gonna insert it from the top, which is almost again. There it is, right there. Insert. Interesting, because thinking I'm missing a step. Let me have a quick look at this setup. So purification chamber. I need a crusher. Okay, yeah. So this one is actually going to be right here. And then we're going to make a crusher in between. And this one goes here. Okay. Yeah, I thought I did something wrong because I was missing a machine. And, you know, I made basically a plan of where everything is going to be laid out. And this was missing. So I'm going for now here. So now I should get oxygen in my purification chamber. Now there's a bit of a problem. It stopped making oxygen. And the reason is it can't get rid of it can't store hydrogen anymore. And you know, hydrogen is made as well as oxygen from water. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell it to dump excess. That means if it needs to store more hydrogen, it's going to dump some of it so that it can make more oxygen. This is now having 210, and once the pipes fill up, this should store oxygen internally. And at some point we'll use the hydrogen, but not for now. We need to make the mechanism crusher, which is just a steel casing, lava buckets, some control circuits. This crusher we're gonna use later to make flint. And there's the crusher. So we have this. How are you doing on... See, you now are making oxygen. I'm not dumping excess oxygen. I could set both of them to dump. It would just run continuously 24/7, idling and basically throwing away all the resources. We just kind of have the one dumping excess that we're using the least of, right? So for now, that is hydrogen. We're not using it at all, but we do want it to make oxygen as long as we need it. And then if we don't need it, we're gonna save on ticks and on power and whatnot. Okay. I need an ore. And that's also a good chance to show you the changes here. This is now a tier, what is it, tier 4? Yeah, tier 4 solar panel. And actually, I can actually break this for the moment to show you that it's producing 33,000 RF a tick. And unfortunately, it can only inject 5,000 into each of these, I think. So I can only retrieve 25,000 per tick, but that's fine. That's more than enough for what we need. I've emptied this already once. This is also tier 4, and with the update of the pack, the capacity of the power cells is 5-folded. So we went from 8 million to 40 million that we can store. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's see. Let's get some. Let's see. I'm gonna grab some lead. Actually, let's grab 4. We're gonna grab 4 lead ores. And you remember I was gonna say last time, because for me that was a couple of days ago, you know, with all the real life stuff. For you it was a few minutes ago, but that's fine. I put ores in here, and we got twice the amount of ingots in here. I got some more steel. Now I'm gonna throw in 4 lead ores in here. And these are gonna be processed to clumps, and you can already see we're getting 3 clumps for every piece of ore. Clumps are going into the crusher, and the crusher is making it into the dust. Pulverized or copper or whatever. Dirty dust, sorry. Dirty dust is going into the enrichment chamber instead of the ore. And all it's doing now is cleaning it and turning it into a regular pulverized lead, which is now being cooked into an ingot. So this alone doubles the ingots. This is a bit more complex because now you need to make oxygen from water, and you need to combine that with your ore. Then you need to crush it, but you do get triple. So this 4 ores are gonna give us 12 ingots, which is pretty cool. But we're not done yet. As you can see from all the holes that are still left in the floor. Now I need to check my editing, but I think this is not a bad place to wrap it up. Also because the next 2 steps are rather intensive. Because for the next tier, we need to create a thermal evaporation plant. Uh, evaporation. Now, it's not hard to make, it's just steel and copper. We need 4 of these with a circuit to make a valve. And we need a controller with a bunch of them. It's a bunch of copper and it's a bunch of steel, so I need to grind out a lot more. I was using this one for my steel. And then I made a small area here for the evaporation plant. It's a 4x4 structure, and we're not going to make it too tall. You can make it up to 19 blocks tall if you want, but at least 3 blocks tall. It's not that hard, but then we also need the advanced solar panels. And that requires, so we want 4 of these, and that means we need 16 solar generators, which is osmium, average alloy, energy tablet, which is fairly simple, and solar panels, which is it's all not that hard. It's just going to mean I need to process a bunch more ores and do a lot of crafting for that. And then in the next episode, we will set up the evaporation tower. Say 12 lead. Nice. I should also process the rest of my crushed ores, by the way. So at least whatever resource I need now, I can already triple. So I'm going to be sparse with processing of my ores because I want to reuse, or I want to how do you say it? I lost my thread here. I lost my train of thought. I want to get as many ingots as I can out of these, right? Hey, there's Grok. So I can process a bunch of these ingot ores. I've got 65 stacks, but I can only get triple of them now, right? Which is a waste because I will get quadruple and quintuple later. So yeah, I'm not going to do it right now. Let's see. Yeah, so I reorganized this a little bit as I said I would. The farm is running, or sorry, the farm was running until I hit 256 here. Everything else shuts off when I reach, how much was it again? 128 of these burgers. So it's all shut down, nothing's running. You can see the farm is being neglected completely. My cows are not being killed. And they're quite happy with that, I think. Let's see, I should have a bunch of quests that I can claim. We have a few here. Can I, where was it? Claim all. I can't, so there's gonna be choice rewards. I'm gonna go for the control circuits, as I've done always. Advanced control circuits. Oh, interesting. In this case, I'm going for the energy upgrades. And I would explain them at some point. But I told you that it can do upgrades, and you can make the machines faster. I'm more interested right now in saving energy and seeing if I can make it all this completely sufficient system. I also have finished a bunch of these here. Did I do anything here? Oh yeah, I've been to the end because I went for some end stone and whatnot. I actually went back to the end last Sunday, the 2nd of February. Oh, I see I have a bunch of stuff hanging on me. Okay. I need to dump off some material. I went to the end Sunday the 2nd because on every first Sunday of the month we reset the end dimension, the nether dimension, and Twilight. Basically everything except for the overworld, space, and compact machines. So I thought let's raid it just before it's get reset. So whatever I loot, whatever I get from there, nobody's gonna miss because it will be back again afterwards. So I got some interesting stuff from the ends. Some soul vials. I got a bronze pickaxe, ender amethyst, resonant endstone. Killed a bunch of shulkers, so I got 9 shulker shells. Found another elytra, bunch of purple blocks, and also a bunch of Thaumcraft crystals and crystallized obsidian. Now this is actually quite nice. This is like it's like a glowstone, but pretty. Oh, and, and of course you should harvest it with Silk Touch if you don't want to get the shard. The shards otherwise have no use. Okay, let me dump off this. Let me. I also got a bunch more ender lilies from that run, so I will plant those as well. Let's see what we got in our loot chests. And then we'll wrap up the episode here. Mana Steel. Oh, reinforcement modifier. Those are quite nice. 3. Nice. Although, I mean, everything we have, except for the sword, is reinforced. This one I've been adding beheading, which is ender pearl and obsidian. Speed upgrades. Nice. Spotters. I think I have one of those, right? Yeah, I had one of those already. The RF Tools Builder. Interesting, because I thought that was disabled. I'll check, and if so, I'll just delete it. Use the tape measure, cinnamon donut, and some grilled cheese. Now, I can eat these, but, well, when I'm hungry, but I don't think I get any more. Oh yeah, I can get more hearts again. Nice. Alright, so this episode was a bit of a cut and jump, because for me it's been over a week of recording. Sessions, not just a week of recording, but just small sessions. Die. Thank you. Yeah, so like I said, it's been a bit of a mess, and yeah, it's probably gonna go on for a while. So more delays, but I will try to keep recording, and I will try to bring you the content. I just can't predict how long they will be. So I hope you still enjoyed the episode. I'm trying to be as consistent in the flow, at least, of the episode as I can. I changed my recordings. I changed my resolution, and I changed my video editing program and my OBS settings and a bunch of things all at once. And I hope it's an improvement, but please let me know what you think. So any feedback is very much appreciated. So thank you very much for watching. Please check the description if you want to learn more about FGOG, friends through online gaming, and how to join our Discord, and even this server if you want to play with us. And then until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.